Here is Jenna Ryan.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Jenna Ryan Show. Okay, that applause. Can we stop it? I love applause. Thank you. It feels so wonderful. We're getting all set up here. So glad to have you with us here today on the Jenna Ryan Show. We're here at the iHeart Media Station here in Dallas, Texas at Alpha and the Tollway. We're at the actual radio station. I'm an actual real estate broker, and I'm actually sitting here with Marco Cola and Jessica Eidson of Hilltop Granite. Hilltop Granite, and we're going to talk granite today. And I tell you what, granite is something as a real estate agent, as a home buyer, home seller, if you're even talking about homes, if you even live in a home in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, I bet granite has been on your mind in the past month. Don't you think? I mean, granite's almost like car tires. You have to have good countertops or else. And so I sell homes, and so we talk a lot about granite. You guys, here's a piece of granite. If you want to see the show, if you want to see this wonderful piece of granite I'm holding, if you want to see our beautiful faces here this morning on this Sunday, then you can go to my Facebook channel at jenna.ryan1, where you can see us live and you can comment and you can, give us a thumbs up and tell us you appreciate this wonderful free information that we're giving to you today about granite. Welcome, Marco, to the show.
Good morning. How is everybody?
We're all great. If you talk right into that microphone, we can all hear your lovely voice.
Good morning.
Good morning. And good morning, Jessica.
Hello, everyone.
Jessica is a young lady. She's a millennial, but she's a go-getter. She's like, okay. So I put on Facebook, I need granite stat, because I was showing homes, and there was this house that was really great, but it just needed granite. It needed a few updates. It had wood, it had everything. And so I put it on Facebook, and the next day, or that minute, people were like, Hilltop Granite, call Jessica. And then Jessica was right there, Johnny on the spot, on Facebook. And then the next day, she was at my home bringing these samples at my home office. She brought the samples. I mean, she was, and I called other people that didn't call me back, didn't treat me seriously. So I've never used Hilltop Granite. I can't necessarily say for sure if y'all do a great job, but you surely do a great job with marketing and being there when I needed you, because I didn't, you weren't going to make a sale off me, but you took the time to do that, not even knowing me. They didn't even know I had a radio show. I mean, they were just like really caring about their business. And so I love this company. It's called Hilltop Granite. And they are, where are y'all located?
We're located off of 635 and 35 East. It's right off of the Valley View exit.
Uh-huh.
The exact address is 12401 North Simmons Freeway. We're in Suite 140.
Okay. And do y'all have a showroom of all of this granite?
Yeah, we have a showroom.
Okay, you have a showroom with all the granite. And so here what we're going to talk about today is granite. You guys, how many of you out there have, what kind of countertops are there? There's granite.
There's
Marble.
Quartz, quartzite, Corian. Formica, laminate, stone. There's all different types of cabinet. But when it comes to updating your home or having a new home, or, having cabinets that are the latest and the greatest and the most durable, people have the granite countertops, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But this new little wonder is coming through.
Yes.
This new wonder is called quartz, okay? And lots of people want quartz, and we're going to talk about why people want it, how to get it, what it's all about, how to install it, and stuff like that today. So quartz is sort of a new thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been around for about 15 years, and it's gaining more and more popularity over the last 5.
Okay, it's not new. I mean, it's part of the earth.
Yeah, but it's new in terms of being a trend the last 5 years.
It's a new trend. And I bet I can estimate why quartz is, well, there's two reasons. It's something about its durability.
Yes, it's stain-proof, edge-proof, and it's just about as durable as granite, but
It's
without
decorator.
Yes.
It's also more decorate. It's more aesthetically pleasing because people are moving towards the white look, the white, clean look, or even just the solid black, but with white cabinets. But it's more of a solid, or, from what I understand, when it comes to granite and you're choosing granite, the most expensive granite has the white in it.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
Yes. You can have some white granites that are going to be efficient for the house, cheaper, but most of the better looking white granites will be more expensive.
Okay, so from what I've seen at all the showrooms I go to with people, like, whenever we build a home with them, I do a lot of that, a lot of helping people pick out their designs at the home design center. And, looking at the various levels, level 1 granite usually has a lot of coloration. It looks fine, but it's real fine.
Yeah, it's more of a tighter pattern.
Tighter pattern.
Yes, once you get bigger patterns and bigger chunks,
okay,
the price will go up.
Okay, so the bigger patterns and bigger chunks are the higher end granite. It goes level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Now let's just talk about why the wider the chunks or the bigger the chunks, why is that more expensive and why is that a higher quality?
It's the availability of the material. They're not making those as much as they would the commodity style granites, which is your level 1 granites.
Okay, very good. So so this granite here, they're making a ton of it, and so are you just going into the earth, digging out a slab of this stuff?
They they come out as blocks, and then they're cut down into slabs like sliced bread.
That is astonishing if you really think about it. Have you ever just stopped and thought about granite? Just think about it. A big chunk. I mean, I've seen like on the side of the road at the granite places, you probably have that at your place, like big slabs of granite.
Yes.
Or I was at the home show a couple of weeks ago, and there's big slabs of this gorgeous granite. And there's these giant slabs, and this is coming out of the earth. And there's something about having a piece of the earth, a piece of the rock in your house. Think about it. If you build your house of straw, then it's going to blow down. Okay? But you build your house out of the rock of the solid earth. You're going to, I think that's probably some of the popularity. Okay, so you get a big chunk of this stuff. You get a big square, and they shave it down like a piece of bread. Okay, and so you can actually get 2 pieces from this chunk, and that's how you're doing these huge kitchens and the bars.
That way you can have them seam up together. That's being that it's like sliced bread.
Right.
You'll be able to keep the consistency throughout the kitchen.
Okay.
So you don't have all of a sudden one part of your kitchen being extremely light and then the same granite being extremely dark.
Because that looks extremely bad.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whenever you have or even if it just looks different. So it's like a fabric, and so you have to somehow line that up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that does not sound very easy at all.
It's definitely a trick to make it look good.
You have to be really good at that. Okay, so here let's talk back about the granular idea or the design.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it more rare? So I guess this is closer to the earth, the top of the earth, or
no, it just depends on where it's coming from in Brazil or in China or in India or Italy. It depends on the vendors.
Okay, so I want to get into where it all comes from in a minute. So it depends on where it's coming from. Certain areas have more veiny, with more chunky, with more geodes in it. And are these little, like this little...
Garnets, these little garnets, these purples.
Okay, so I just have a slab of granite here. I know you can't see. Go to my Facebook and watch it, Jenna.Ryan1. Okay, so you call those what?
That's like a little garnet.
Little garnets. And what's that, the gray part?
That's so granite does have some natural quartz running in it, so it's a mixture of all the rocks, and you get some nice pockets in there of goodies.
Let's just ponder that for a moment. Ponder that you can have a countertop that has some quartzy pieces in it, some garnets in it. Is that garnet the actual stone?
Yes.
That's like could you get an amethyst in there?
Yes, there are some.
I bet you that's expensive.
just a tad.
Okay, so this granite costs money because it's got some garnet in there, and that's why. Ooh, that's just fabulous. I love that idea. Okay, and so my friend who does a lot of selling in Highland Park, we'll have to get into that after break, but she tells me everybody wants more of the white with the less veining, with the less garnets. Why would you want less garnets?
Some people look at it as being too busy.
Too busy to kind of.
This is more simple.
This is more simple, and that way they can do the decor and have their focal point be somewhere else rather than on the granite.
Exactly.
Okay, and then there's also different. My granite, is that rough granite?
Leathered.
Is it called leathered?
Leathered finish.
Okay, why do they do that?
It's just different textures. It gives you something different than your polish.
And it helps. Sometimes it'll dull the color of the stone.
Okay.
And they don't want that vibrancy or the shiny look. It's too reflective on a polish sometimes.
Okay, so it's too reflective with a polished stone, so sometimes they'll do that. Okay, so this is wonderful. I'm here today with Marco Cola and Jessica Eidson of Hilltop Granite. These people are here today to give us wonderful information about granite. The phone lines are open. We're going to break. I'll see you in just a minute.
Ask the Experts educates our audience in the areas of health, legal, financial, and home improvement. Join us every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. as we interview some of the most prominent professionals in their field in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Each week, we combine educational information on a variety of topics with a touch of humor and entertainment so you can be more informed. We offer interviews on such topics as home care, hospice care, hearing loss, hearing aids, foundation repair, employment law, structured settlements, chiropractic care, and criminal law. We offer it all. If you have a business and would like to be part of the Ask the Experts show, contact us at 888-574-6999. And be sure to catch our show every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. here on KFXR 1190 a.m.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-673-1680 now. That's 800-673-1680 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-673-1680 to learn more. 800-673-1680. That's 800-673-1680. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
You don't remember days, you remember moments. But when the old tapes and photos that hold your cherished memories degrade, or worse, you lose them, they're gone forever. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger. We started Legacy Box to help you preserve those irreplaceable moments.
Load your Legacy Box with your old tapes, film, pictures, and audio, and send them in. You'll get them back on DVD or a convenient thumb drive.
Visit legacybox.com/USA. And for a limited time, you'll get 40% off your order. legacybox.com/USA.
This is Tom Scared for the Borgen Project. Each year, nearly 2 million children die from preventable diseases. Each day, 30,000 people die from hunger. 500 each hour are children. The Borgen Project is turning this around. We need your help. To learn more, go to BorgenProject.org. That's BORGEN project.org.
With the UPS Store shredding services powered by Iron Mountain, you can have the confidence knowing your private information is staying private. Visit theupsstore.com today to find over 100 locally owned Dallas store locations in your neighborhood. Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show on Talk Radio 1190 AM.
I am Jenna Ryan. Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show. I am a real estate broker. I sell real estate all day long, into the night, until dark. well, it gets dark about 8 o'clock. So I'm selling, waking up selling, doing contracts in the evening. Today I have an open house. I have to do a repair amendment, and I am a busy working realtor, and I have plenty of time for you. So if you want to buy or sell real estate, give me a call. I'm Jenna Ryan, and you can find me at jennaryanrealty@gmail.com. I have a ton of listings right now. The market is getting a little bit softer. It's softening up a little bit. You may have heard that. Not much. It's just turning more normal right now. Other than, we used to put a house on the market and would sell that minute. Like we would have 5 offers on day 0. So it's a little bit soft from that. It's not, it's not horrible or anything. But anyway, I have some listings on my website. Normally they're gone. Normally I put it on my website and it's just like gone. So we've got a few listings. You can go to jennaryanrealty.com and see what we have on the market. And, the other house I sold in 11 days. But one of the things that people want in a home, when they come into a home, is they want granite. And if you have granite on the countertops, your home is going to sell faster than a home without granite on the countertops. And it sounds like a pain in the butt to get granite to me.
It can be. If you don't have the right people to help you along the way.
Just think if you have a crappy granite person. Oh, my gosh.
Nightmare.
That is just a nightmare, because I've seen some crappy granite this week. Where it doesn't seam up, it doesn't line up. One of my pet peeves is when it doesn't line up with the cabinets, the end of the cabinets, where it just stops. Like, who does that?
You have some very inexperienced granite fabricators out there.
Okay, so someone who installs granite is called a granite fabricator.
Yes.
And a granite fabricator is not the person that sells the granite.
Correct.
You are Hilltop Granite. You actually sell the granite.
We sell the granite to the fabricator.
To the fabricator. Now, why should someone come directly to you as opposed to going to a fabricator first? Or should they, or can you even say that?
The best thing to come to us is you're going to have more variety with us. Granite fabricators have small yards, so they have smaller availability of colors.
Okay, so you guys specialize in granite, quartz, and all of the different, semi-precious stones and all geodes and things. So if you go to a fabricator, they're going to be like selling you 1 thing, 2 things, 5 things.
Most fabricators will have their level 1s in their yards. They won't have the exotic granites in the yards because they have to pay for that stuff up front.
Okay. So that you specialize in that and that you're in a company. How many people is at the company?
Well, at our current location, I'd say almost 20 people.
So you have like 20 people there. Okay. Does that mean you're expensive?
No, not by any means.
Okay. Because it's a commodity. We're talking commodity from the earth.
Yeah, and you've
somewhat.
There are some expensive materials, of course, like in anything, but a majority of the materials are going to have at average prices. Okay,
it's your normal price. Okay, so I have so many questions about granite. So the first thing we're going to talk about is where the granite comes from. It comes from, what's the most common for like level 1 granite?
Most common level 1 granite would be your Santa Cecilia or your Napoli color. Napoli's actually just overtaken Santa Cecilia as the number 1 color in the world.
Is that the look of brown? Where
brown and gold and creams.
Because that's everybody was in the wine look?
Yes.
Is that
the beige colors?
The beigey, winey colors. Okay.
Easy
gold
to
walls.
Move.
Okay. And so that is the most popular color in the world, but what's coming is the grays.
The grays and whites.
The grays and the white. The whites are really coming forth, and then the grays. Okay. So the grays and the whites are coming. And so this is coming from, now where does that brown come from?
It depends on the quarry and where it's been mined.
Okay, so it depends on the quarry. So it comes from Italy, it comes from Brazil, it comes from
China.
It just depends.
Texas
China.
has some.
Texas has this? What part of Texas?
Down in Marble Falls.
That's why they call it Marble Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Texas pink.
Oh, my goodness.
In all the courthouses in Texas, you have Texas pink from Marble Falls.
Okay. I can see it now with my eyes. Yes. You don't even have to show me a piece of it. I know exactly what it looks like, and that would go great. Okay. So it comes from all over the place, but where does the more exotic type of when I say that, I mean more veiny with like a black vein.
More of your white marbles, more of the exotic colors are going to be coming from Italy, from Carrara, Italy.
So most of the nice granite
Marbles.
marbles,
Higher end,
not granite.
not granite.
Granite does not come from Italy.
It does, but your marbles, your higher end, what you see in all the magazines.
Okay.
Like with the whites and the
With the
black
white,
veins.
with that black vein.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What if you have a piece of granite that has a lot of those geodes in it, like a chunk of geode here, a chunk of geode there? Is that a more upper end?
Yes.
Always?
It can be. It depends. It depends on, again, where it comes from, but majority of the time, it will be on the higher end.
Okay. So like
Level threes.
Level threes. I mean, what I'm talking about is major chunks of like crystals or geodes all over, and then this, and then a big old chunk. So that's better than just flat.
Just consistent.
Flat and consistent. So it's better to have, I mean, it just makes it a higher end granite because it's more beautiful. It's got more interest to it and
more natural.
More natural. It looks more like stone. I just sold a house that has that, and I was just wondering. Okay, now let's talk about the dimensions of the granite. Does some of the granite I see is, thick.
3 cm.
3 cm. So what are the different cms of granite?
So you have 2 cm, which is the thinner one. That's about 3/4 of an inch thick.
Okay.
And then you have 3 cm, which is 1 1/4 inches thick.
Okay.
Dallas is a 3 cm market.
Okay.
But if you go to Houston, 2 cm is selling there a lot.
Why is that?
It's just
In the world, 2 cm is the most produced material. 80% of the materials coming out of the quarries is 2 cm.
But we're Dallas, and we do it bigger.
And we're in America, and we do it bigger. So America and the United Kingdom pretty much take up all the 3 cm from the quarries.
Okay, so 3 cm from the quarries. So the quarries can cut it 2 cm or 3 cm.
Exactly.
And so 3 cm is the highest?
It's the thickest. Well, they've got some that can be cut thicker, but that's custom. That's a whole different world.
Okay, well, I sell custom homes, so sometimes I think it might be higher than 3 cm. But
well, they can build up the edge to make it look like it's even thicker.
Okay, got it. So whenever you come off the corners.
Yes.
Okay, so 3 cm is the highest level, and then you've got the corners, the edges of the granite. Let's talk about the different kinds of edges. Round?
Yes, you got full bullnose, which is a
bullnose.
Bullnose, which is a completely round.
That's completely round. Okay.
And then you have a demi, which is a half a bullnose. So
I've seen that.
It folds over.
Okay.
You have eased, which is more of like a flat edge with just a tiny round on the top.
Okay.
And of course, you have flat, so it's just a flat edge.
Okay.
And then you have I'm trying to think of the other ones. Beveled edge.
Beveled edge. And do you have different kinds of bevels?
Yeah, you got like a 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch will be an upgrade, but a 1/4 inch is generally part of your standard edges. And then after that, you've got your OGs, your DuPonts, your chiseled edge.
What?
You've got knife edges. All those would generally fall into the upgraded edges, which you pay extra for.
Okay. And so whenever you get this piece of granite and someone makes an order, you sell it to a fabricator.
Yes.
And the fabricator has a special rock cutter.
Yes.
And they have to go in and measure precisely. I'm just guessing.
You're right on.
They have to measure precisely, and then they have to put this piece of rock on the cabinets that are existing.
Exactly. So they'll do a template of the house, and then they'll lay the template on the slabs of granite and cut it specifically to your kitchen.
Okay. So whenever you get granite done, the fabricator will also sell you a sink.
Correct.
Because you don't want to be trying to fit any other type of sink with this cut.
Well, most of the time when you're replacing the counters in your house, you're replacing the Corian or the Formica, so they have these top mount sinks.
Yes.
Everybody now wants undermount sinks.
Everybody wants undermount sinks. And let me tell you something. I was at an inspection the other day, and whenever you have the fabricator installing your sink, you need to have a plumber
Correct.
to come out, because the fabricator will use an easier to, something that doesn't inspect. It doesn't pass inspection. I can't remember all the names because I'm not a plumber, but you need to make sure your pipes are done by a plumber, not the fabricator. The fabricator can install the sink.
They specialize in cutting granite and installing granite. They do not specialize in plumbing.
They do not specialize in plumbing, and it may not pass inspection, and you may have to have a plumber out later, and you just want you want your plumbing done properly. So, yeah, the undermount sinks are what's up, and you could get square or round, but really it just looks so much better than a top mount sink.
And then you have now the cast iron sinks and all that, which are going to be heavier. So again, having a plumber around is very good to have, a must have, especially with these heavier sinks. You don't want that falling and then your pipes blowing.
Okay, we'll be right back after this break.
Hey folks, it's Michael Berry, and I love real estate. Always have. I owned a real estate brokerage firm. And to me, real estate is a great investment strategy. It's a great retirement strategy. And if you want to learn more, there's a great show that comes on Monday through Friday right here called The Del Walmsley Show. It's the Del Walmsley radio show. You want to learn more about being an informed investor? You're going to love it.
Listen to The Del Walmsley Show Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Talk Radio 1190.
You could win $1,000 in your hand.
$1,000?
$1,000 is up for grabs every hour, weekdays.
It's the return of $1,000 in your hand on Talk Radio 1190. Your shot at $1,000 every hour, Monday through Friday between 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. You can use it to pay bills, buy tickets to your favorite sporting event or concert. It's up to you. Want to win? Just listen to Talk Radio 1190 for $1,000 in your hand.
Warning. If you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-700-3515. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-700-3515. That's 1-800-700-3515. 1-800-700-3515.
Me? I started smoking when I was 13. I always thought when the time came, I could quit. No problem. Then at 28, I tried to go cold turkey, and I found out how hard it really was. I made it all day without a smoke. Right until I met up with the guys. But I learned something that night. In fact, every time I tried to quit, there were more than a few, I learned a little more about what worked and what didn't work for me. And when I realized that I wasn't alone, that most people don't quit on their first or second attempt, I knew there was still hope. Today, I'm an ex-smoker. My only advice is to never, ever give up trying to quit.
If you're trying to quit smoking, the American Lung Association is here to help every step of the way. Visit quitterinyou.org for tools, tips, and stories from smokers we've helped to finally quit for good. The American Lung Association. We support the quitter in you at quitterinyou.org.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America invites you to take steps for cures at a walk near you. Support the 1.6 million Americans living with these diseases. Get started at cctakesteps.org.
Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show. We're so glad to have you today. I could have one of those smooth voices. Smooth and easy listening. Ready to go today. I'm just kidding. This is Jenna Ryan. I'm here today. I'm a real estate agent. I'm a real estate broker, Jenna Ryan Realty. You can find me online at jennaryanrealty.com. And I'm here today with Marco Cola. Very interesting name, Cola. That sounds Italian.
Yes. Not related to the Coca-Cola family either.
That would be nice.
It would be awesome.
That would be totally cool.
We could be buying a lot of houses right now.
We could. I would be selling them. And, I love Coca-Cola, but I can't drink it, but it sure is good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, not good for you. I think they used to put Coca-Cola in my baby bottle
Mine was
years
wine.
ago. They did that. You wouldn't know that, but they did that years ago. You understand?
Yeah. Mine was red wine. It was good.
Oh my goodness. That's great. Okay, back to the topic today. We're also here with Jessica Eidson. She is the sales rep for Hilltop Granite over off 35 and 635. And how do they get in touch with you?
You can reach me through the showroom. I have an email. It's just jessicae@hilltopgranite.com in case you ever have questions or you want to schedule a time to come in. You don't have to make an appointment to come in, but that's the best way to reach me is through email because I have it hooked up to my phone and everything.
This girl, I wrote on Facebook, I was like, I need granite. And the next minute, she was at my house with stones, with samples for me. And she didn't even know who I was. And now that she knows who I am, she's on my radio show because I was like, dang, that's awesome. And we need to talk about granite because I've been looking at houses all week and I've been selling houses all week. And granite is a big part of that process is talking about granite. So we talked about, what were we going to talk about? We're going to talk about some mistakes you can make with granite. What are some of the mistakes that you can get if you get a bad fabricator?
Number one is you need to do your homework with your fabricator.
Okay.
Talk to your neighbors, talk to friends on who they used.
Okay.
Also ask the vendor, like ourselves, Hilltop. We've got business cards from reputable fabricators that we do business with that we will recommend.
Okay.
Some of the mistakes that you'll do when buying granite is purchasing from the cheapest guy.
That's what people are going to do. They don't want to spend that money on granite. They think they're not thinking right.
Exactly. You're not going to Walmart to buy your granite.
Right. And so they go, ooh, you're the cheapest guy. You come on in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's horrible.
Your seams won't look good. You may not even get the granite you selected.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. You may not have a level countertop.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
So an unlevel countertop. I saw someone there was this huge seam. There was this big seam, and then they put some glue.
Yeah, you don't
They
want
just
that.
stuck some gooey glue. You think I can sell that house? No.
And then some of these inexpensive guys don't have insurance. So what happens when the stuff breaks?
And then you're stuck. And so you need to look on Nextdoor app. You need to look on Yelp, although Yelp will hide a lot of the bad reviews. So really a referral, someone who has actually used the person before, and a reputable place. Like if you go to Hilltop Granite, they're not going to send you to a fabricator that is not going to that's going to do a
we
good
want
job.
somebody good cutting our stones.
Right. So you want to make sure that you get the right person. Don't just say, okay, I'm selling my house. Let me just grab a granite. This guy has granite on the side of his truck. Let me grab this person. Or do you know a granite guy? You can't just grab someone. You have to have someone that, and spend the extra money to get the right work done. It's not just the stone that's important, but the quality craftsmanship is very important, how it's installed, and also having a plumber, because the house that I'm talking about here didn't even have a clean-out drain because you need a little hole cut for the clean-out. I don't know if that's what it's called, but the washout for the dishwasher, and it didn't have that, and so it was leaking under the sink.
Yeah, and that can cause a lot of damage. And last thing you want to do is tear out cabinets after you've installed beautiful granite on top.
Okay, so the cabinets, do the cabinets need to be a certain quality to hold the granite?
No, you can buy it from IKEA. You can buy it from Cabinets to Go. You can buy from anybody. The weight of the granite or the quartz when installed is distributed throughout the cabinet box.
Okay, so you can have, cheap cabinets and expensive granite. Okay, and do you also do the backsplash?
Most granite fabricators will offer to do the backsplash as well, because most granite fabricators have tile guys that they work with. If not, just like the plumber, you get a tile guy to come in after the granite is installed.
Okay. And so where people are wanting granite are in the kitchen,
bathrooms,
island, and bathrooms. And they're wanting that overhang so that people can have breakfast on the breakfast bar. I would imagine that's happening a lot where everybody wants that.
Big islands.
Okay. Now, I keep getting this question from one of my clients right now. He keeps asking, is this marble? So in all of these older homes, I don't know if y'all been in the older homes, you know, from the 2000s or whatever in Allen. Is that real marble?
I would say most of the bathrooms you may be running into marble, yes, like creme of marfil and dark empador. And the kitchens and the houses that were built in the 2000s, I would say probably 90% of them would be granite.
Right. A lot of those are granite. But I'm talking about those bathrooms. And even today, and they're calling, from what I understand, it's called cultured marble. It's one chunk of marble with a sink in it.
Yeah, that's man-made.
So it's not marble from India.
No, or Italy or nothing. No.
Okay. So where does marble come from?
Most marble comes from Italy. You also have marble that comes from Greece and India.
Okay.
Brazil.
Okay. So you kept saying marble earlier when I was talking about the black veining.
Yes, so higher end.
So the higher end with the black veining is not granite, it is marble.
Exactly.
What's the difference between granite and marble?
Marble is going to be a softer stone.
Okay.
It is a cleaner stone. It's white. I mean, it comes in several different colors.
Okay.
But it is going to be more porous than your granite. There are some marbles that are more dense than others.
Okay.
So there are some that are more specified for kitchens.
Okay.
But you can use marble just about anywhere. You can still use it in the kitchen.
Okay.
It's just you got to maintain it. It's like having a Mercedes-Benz. You're not going to just put cheap oil in it. You're going to maintain it.
A Porsche, getting a spark plugs on a Porsche is like $1,000. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I need one though.
Yeah.
I mean, the cola name didn't help me out with that.
No. Okay, so you're telling me that the veiny with the black veins that everybody wants in all the $1 million homes is marble, and it's not as durable as the
granite or
granite.
Hence why quartz became more popular, because they have emulated the marble look.
Okay, so every time I say the word quartz to anyone who is in the granite business, they always say it's a man-made product.
It is.
And that's all they say. I mean, because we don't really have time to sit down and, discuss granite like we're doing right now, which is really cool because I really need to know these things. Okay, so it's man-made. Okay, what else can you tell me about quartz other than I love how it looks?
It's stain-proof, so that's the thing of why these quartz are more popular, because with your white marbles, if you spill wine on it and you don't maintain it or don't seal it, it will stain. You spill wine on your quartz,
you're fine.
You're fine. You can clean it with Windex. You can clean it with whatever you want.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's a man-made product where they take quartz and boil it?
Well, there's quartz in there, so it's all been, I don't know,
ground.
Crushed, ground and made fine. Even some of them still get the big chunks of quartz in there.
Okay.
But it's mixed in with your glues and high heats and things like that, and resins.
Okay, so an artist really has to do this.
Exactly. Or factories, yeah.
Okay, and so do you get the veining in the quartz?
You can, yes.
So you can get the veining just like anything else?
Yes, it's becoming closer and closer to marble. It's still quite not the marble look. Marble look is always going to be the nicest.
Okay.
It's hard to beat natural.
It's hard to beat. Because look at the shine.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a sheen. Like I'm looking at these two pieces here, and I'm just looking at a normal piece of quartz here, level 1, and then a normal piece of granite here, level 1, and then a piece of quartz. And the quartz is nice, and I love it, but it's not shining quite like that.
It doesn't, and
that much character.
And you can tell that this is colder than this. So if you're a baker, your marble, you're going to want the marble. If you're a baker, because your dough won't stick to it.
Okay.
This is going to stay room temperature.
The dough will stick?
Yeah.
So it's easier to cook with.
Well, it's easier to cook with dough on marble. That's why
Okay.
you see a lot of bakers will have marble tops.
Okay, not quartz.
Not quartz.
Okay, so whenever you're fabricating quartz, okay, it shouldn't be as difficult.
It's a different blade that they use to cut. You can do tighter seams with your quartz because it's not rocks like your granite.
Okay.
So when you're cutting, you're not having all these little chips in the granite that you can have. As you feel along this edge, you can feel that it's kind of, you have more little chips.
Okay, so you can have a finer edge, so tighter seams with the granite. It's more seamless. No, quartz.
Yeah.
Quartz is more seamless. The second thing people say about quartz is that it is less expensive.
There are less expensive ones. When you start getting into the more decorative ones with the marbling, you're going to pay more.
Okay. You're still going to pay more. They're going to get you one way or the other because everybody's got to make a living.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and it's man-made, so it's going to, when you got a lot of men making it,
you've got to pay their
hourly wage.
Yeah, you do. And also
their factories.
And mistakes and all of those things, Yeah. And perfection, you have to pay for experience. That is so interesting. So you're telling me it's not less expensive.
It is not less expensive. There are cheaper quartz, yes. And it's like your level 1 granites. You can find some level 1 quartz, but they're generally going to be a little more than your granite.
Okay, you're saying the level 1 quartz is more than a level 1 granite.
Yes.
That's the first I've heard of that. How many of you that's different? Interesting. Okay, we've got a break. We'll be right back.
How do you know what is fact versus opinion with all the fake news these days? You go to Talk Radio 1190 and tune in to the new show, Chasing the Truth, every Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. They'd even like for you to be part of the show. How? Just listen to the topics about politics, sports, economy, and current events. Call in and give them your opinion. But warning, you must have facts to back up your opinion, or you'll be booted off the air. Chasing the Truth every Friday from 3 to 5. Great new show with a great new format that's sure to raise some eyebrows.
Hi, I'm Chris with Cash Call Mortgage. With today's rising home values and low mortgage rates, we're doing refinances with no closing costs that let you pull out tens of thousands in cash. Use that cash to pay off high-interest credit cards, car loans, do things around the house, or anything you want.
My husband and I realized the best low-cost way to get a large chunk of cash was to take advantage of our home's value by refinancing. Chris got us a low interest rate, and we pulled $50,000 in cash out. We paid off credit cards and a few other things, and the whole process was super easy.
Cash Call Mortgage is designed to save, with great fixed rates with absolutely no closing costs. None. Your house is your bank. So make the cash call now at 855-875-CASH. That's 855-875-CASH.
First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage, 1 City Boulevard, Orange, California, 92868. NMLS 128231. Equal housing lender, not licensed in all states, including New York. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions. Not available in Washington State.
That's 855-875-CASH.
Jimmy John's Freaky Fast, Freaky Fresh.
I'm calling because I saw one of your delivery persons today, and he was totally naked.
Ma'am, I sincerely want to apologize for any...
Buck naked right there on the street.
Ma'am, we're doing all we can to...
And I say it's about darn time.
I know, and I'm gonna... Wait, what?
The human body is a beautiful thing, don't you agree?
Well,
We've suffered the tyranny of clothing for way too long.
Okay, but...
So thanks, Jimmy John's, for going all natural.
Actually, ma'am, it's our meats that are all natural.
Say what now?
Our meats are all natural. Wood smoked ham, choice roast beef, real fresh turkey breast, all natural and freaky fresh.
So I don't suppose I can expect all natural delivery in the future.
No.
I remember
the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
A storage tank ruptured, and for miles, chemicals were pushing up against the riverbanks.
This was a big, big deal, and it was going to have a serious impact on communities up and down the river.
I remember the moment this local guy came up to me and said, "They call the guard out for this stuff?"
You probably thought we were all about hurricanes, tornadoes, fighting Mother Nature.
Hey, it's a chemical spill. It's a disaster.
It affects the water supply, threatens wildlife.
We're talking about the health of entire communities and people's livelihoods.
You bet we're ready for these kinds of things.
We were out there with booms to prevent the spill from expanding.
We're responsible for protecting and monitoring the sensitive wetlands.
I also remember the moment that same guy came up to me and said, "I don't know what we would have done if they hadn't called the guard up."
Learn more about how you can protect your friends, families, neighbors, and the environment. Everything that makes up your community. Go to NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Texas National Guard, aired by the Texas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Right now at Toyota of Plano, race to save on 1,000 vehicles. Minutes from anywhere, Preston Road at George Bush, Toyota of Plano. There's nothing plain about it. Log on to toyotaofplano.com. Toyota of Plano.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show. We're so glad to have you. I am here today with Marco Cola and Jessica Edmond from Hilltop Granite. They are Johnny on the spot. I needed a granite person, and they were there for me in the moment of need. They brought me samples. They're ready to do business. If you guys need a granite person, I would highly recommend that you give them a call. Hilltop Granite, 972-523-91. Oh, I just gave your cell phone. Well, then give your number.
972-243-3156.
That's who you call, Hilltop Granite, and they have granite from Canada, India, USA, Italy, all over the place. We're talking granite, we're talking quartz, and we're getting great information. So now I want to talk about the process of getting granite. So generally speaking, okay, so how do you figure out the square footage of anything? Length times width divided by 144, okay? That was on the broker test to become a broker. Length times width divided by 144, you can get the square footage. And they were saying during the break that you have about 50 square feet generally.
Average kitchens are about 50 square feet.
Okay, 50 square feet. Okay, so if you have 50 square feet, how much granite or quartz do you need?
You'll probably need 2 slabs.
2 slabs for a nice big kitchen that they have in Texas here.
Exactly.
You need about
That's
2
your
slabs.
average.
Okay, so here's the deal. Have y'all seen those big, huge slabs all over the place? You know, that people are selling because everybody's buying them. So you get like 3 runs per slab. So that means you can kind of see that it would be, you get 3 countertops off of 1 slab.
3 countertop runs. No islands, just your perimeter of your kitchen. Generally, that's about a little over 2 feet, so you're looking at about 25 and a half inches.
Okay.
So most granite slabs are going to be tall enough to be able to do 3 runs.
To do 3 runs. And you are one of the few companies that allows you to do that with quartz. You can do 3 runs with the quartz that you have to offer.
Exactly.
But most companies, you cannot do that with quartz because the machines that they have are not big enough to produce the quartz, so it's going to be, you're only going to get 2 runs.
Exactly.
From a slab. So you get this slab, and the goal of the slab is to get 2 slabs from the same block.
From the same bundle. And in succession.
But don't you think it might be a little interesting to have a little different granite over here as here?
Yeah, that's become more popular where you do a different color on the island than your perimeter.
Right.
It's like the bow tie effect. Everybody's got a little pizzazz they want to do on their bigger islands.
Okay.
So it's like your statement piece.
Okay, I can see it now. Okay, I'm having island fantasies. I'm having granite fantasies right now, just seeing it in my head. Can y'all just see beautiful granite? I can. Okay, so you've got granite. Okay, what was I going to say? Okay, so you've got your granite. You've got your runs on your granite. You've got, you can also have granite with quartz, and you can have it with geodes. You can have it with natural stones.
You can mix and match in your own kitchen. You can do quartz, the man-made stuff on your perimeters. You can do a nice marble or a granite or a quartzite on your islands. You can mix match in your bathrooms.
Right.
You can do the shower walls with granites and marbles and bathtub surrounds. You can go everywhere with this.
You certainly can. And then what are people doing for the backsplashes of the homes?
Some people do full height. We do tile backsplashes.
Some do use marble, the thinner 2cm ones. You don't need that thickness and durability that the 3cm provides on the counter.
Okay. I know what I was going to ask. I was going to ask about the pricing. So what is generally like the lowest price, the middle price, and the big price?
Well, every fabricator prices out their material to the way they do their business.
Okay.
So you have your level 1s.
Okay.
You have your level 2s, level 3s.
Okay.
And then it kind of goes custom. Pricing-wise, on a 50 square foot kitchen, you're probably going to be It's hard to say, but generally thinking I would put away $3,000 for a level 1 just to be on the safe side.
Okay, so if you're going to do a kitchen, a normal size 50 square foot kitchen with 50 square foot of cabinets, $3,000.
I would say that's a safe number to put away.
Just for the granite, or including the fabricating and installing?
Including the fabricating and installing and plumber.
Okay. I want to ask you, I have a question right now. What about the seams? How do you get the seams so perfect on the edges? Like, I know it's the fabricator's job, but how do you get that as opposed to gloppy looking?
Well, most good fabricators, again, we talked about this earlier, having a good fabricator is going to make sure that they install it level. Even buying your granite from specific spots. There are cheaper granite wholesalers out there that will have uneven granite slabs. So it's
okay,
not
so the slab itself.
Perfect 1.25 inches throughout.
Yeah.
So when you come up to seam,
I got
that
it.
issue.
That's why that looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so the granite, okay, that's interesting. So it costs about $3,000 for a normal kitchen. And then if you want to go up to level 2.
You could probably add another $1,500 per thing.
$1,500.
It's kind of shooting in the dark with numbers.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're just
about
kind of
500 fabricators in Dallas-Fort Worth. So
there are a lot. I see
Yeah.
them everywhere. So what you do is I want to get granite. In fact, I have a client who needs granite. So what is the first thing you do? You call you?
You can call us to look at your stones so you know what colors that you're going to want to be able to tell the fabricator.
Okay.
So they can price out for you.
Okay. So you call you come to your warehouse your showroom. You come to your showroom, you pick out your granite and you pay for it.
No. You pay the fabricator for your material.
You pay the fabricator. So you call the fabricator first or you?
You can come to us so you can get an idea of your colors.
Okay.
And you can have your wish list of colors.
Okay.
And then you select your 3 fabricators that you've done your homework on.
Okay.
And with those 3 fabricators, you give them your wish list.
Okay.
And they can price it all out for you.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you can go with one of the 3 fabricators, whoever you feel the most comfortable with, that you feel like is going to do the best job. And then they will require a 50% deposit on their job.
Okay.
And at that point, you give them the deposit. They come and buy the material from us.
Okay.
And, I mean, they've probably already done the templates and all that stuff.
Okay.
And then they buy the material from us and fabricate and install it into your kitchen.
So these 3 so you don't just want to grab a fabricator. You want to grab 3 fabricators.
Yeah, I would grab 3 to get a price range and to do
get
your
a
homework.
feel.
Yeah.
You've got to do your homework on your stuff because at the end of the day, that granite's not going to go anywhere and it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's like buying a car without, making sure that it's the best car.
You got to test drive your car.
Yeah. Okay, so you get your 3 fabricators, they come out, they measure your countertops, and then you go to you, and then how much is one of those giant slabs of granite?
You're probably, the slabs, I mean, they're all over the board depending on your pricing, so. But your slabs are going to be about 55 to 60 square feet each slab, but you have to look at the slabs as plywood. When you go to Home Depot to buy plywood for a project, you're always going to have waste. Same thing with granite. That's why predominantly we always say put 2 slabs on hold or 3 slabs on hold, depending upon your square footage of your kitchen.
Okay, so 2 to 3 slabs on hold because somebody else might come in and grab your granite if you do not make sure.
Yeah, you put it on hold with us. We hold it generally for 10 days for the customer.
Mm-hmm.
And if that customer needs more time, we are willing to do that. We do a deal with the fabricator. They put a deposit, and you can make your decision.
Okay, some people ask me, they're like, should I do granite on my home before I sell it? And really the answer to that really just depends. Someone like myself can come out and let you know whether you're going to get your money back in selling the home because sometimes having granite can make the difference between $20,000 in selling your home. Sometimes having granite, if you need everything else at the same time, it may not make a difference at all. It may be better just to price your home without granite. But when you are pricing your home, you have to price your home without granite because it's that vital. It's like basically having a garage or having a bathroom. I mean, you've got to have granite. If you don't have granite, then you have to take that off the price, especially if you're dealing with homes where all the other homes in the neighborhood have granite. So if all the other homes in the neighborhood are like rental houses and, they have Formica, then you don't have to have granite. But if all the other homes, or if even 1 or 2 or 3 homes have granite, you better get granite. It really just depends. So you need to call somebody like me who can look and see if you're going to get your money back at the end of the day from installing granite. Should you install it in your bathrooms? Maybe, and maybe not. Installing in your bathrooms may be too much. You don't want to over-update your home. But in every instance that I've ever seen, having granite, it's like one thing that the new owner does not have to do. Nobody's going to live with Formica anymore. It's just not going to happen. So you have to have that granite, that durable, reliable product. And the best granite right now is the whiter, the better. The more white you get, the more that it matches with whatever decor the person has. If the person has whatever color comes, white is always going to be a good base. So that's why they're kind of moving away more from the color in the granite, although it just really depends on your own personal taste on what you want. And that is really the show for today. And I hope you guys have learned a lot about granite. I appreciate you listening. Listen next week. We've got Hot on Homes coming out. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you soon.